SmackDown took place tonight in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The show started off with a graphic for Dory Funk Jr., who passed away this past Tuesday. Then Cody Rhodes kicked off the show. He immediately calls out Randy Orton, who attacked him at SummerSlam. He mentioned Dory Funk Jr., then he brings up WrestleMania 40, which is where he won his first WWE Championship in this city. Much better times for the company, I have to say. Then, of course, he brought up what Orton did to him this past Saturday. Then he's interrupted by CM Punk, who says he's also mad at Randy Orton. Why? He helped him retain his title. Then Cody leaves. He gives the ring to Punk, but then Kevin Owens comes out next. And then as he's walking up to the ring, Cody hands him his mic. So Nick Aldis and security came out as both Punk and Owens went face to face. And then they back up and they go back and forth on the mic, which I have to say was very entertaining. When we first got this feud, I was most looking forward to seeing what they would say to each other. And tonight did not disappoint. So CM Punk says he paved the way for people like Kevin Owens. And, he kind of mentions Owens' physique, which, makes sense because Punk was called skinny and fat when he first came in. So a guy like Owens with his physique, or Steen at the time, he had a much more difficult time than Punk did. And, Punk is one guy who paved the way, but also for indie guys like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, of course, others who came after them. Seth Rollins is another one who was signed around that time. But you also have to give credit to Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him. He had a big part in it as well. Anyways, Kevin told CM Punk that he won't let this business turn him into a miserable piece of shit like Punk is. And wow, that was one of the best lines. It was, what he said was, I won't let this business turn me into a miserable piece of shit like you. So those were his words. And ooh, that was a savage line by Kevin Owens. Like, you can tell, I don't think he likes Punk that much. Calling him a miserable piece of shit. I think a lot of people who don't like Punk were cheering after that line. So Aldis and security team got right in between them so they don't brawl. This was good. Like, I don't need to see them fight and get separated by security. I see that on every fucking show. I see that every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. What I'd like to see is them just going back and forth. And, there's the t-shirt story. I think they're going to mention that probably next week because the match is in 2 weeks now. They have to get to that. But I wish this was like a long-term storyline because there's so much material. And these are two of the best on the mic. And I loved how the show started off. And by the way, the first half hour was commercial-free. I'm watching on Netflix, so I only get like the ad breaks when like they play the song with the graphics and stuff. But I'm glad it started off strong, the show, I thought. So then we go backstage. Kathy Kelly interviewed Charlotte Flair before her main event match tonight against Jade Cargill. Charlotte said she's fighting for Lexi, which means, which refers to Alexa Bliss. That's what everyone calls her, I guess, in real life, Lexi. But I have to say, Kathy Kelly, of course, she's looking great, but the sky is blue, of course. That's like saying that. Sky is blue, grass is green, Kathy Kelly is hot. Like, okay. So Trick Williams cut up promo backstage before he makes his entrance, and this was Raiden Gorilla before he came out. Then Baron Corbin was out next, and the title still has fucking fur on it. He has not cut the fur off. I'm looking forward to him taking a fucking pair of scissors and cutting all that fur right off that fucking belt. So then we get the United States, but that would make him a babyface. Then we get the United States Championship, Baron Corbin defending the title. He just won at SummerSlam against Trick Williams in a rematch. No Lil Yachty, thankfully. Hopefully we don't have to see Lil Yachty ever again. Maybe him going through the table at SummerSlam was the end of his fucking character. And he fucked up so much in that goddamn match. Anyway, Trick hit the trick shot, but Corbin grabbed the bottom rope. Then, as the referee didn't see it, Corbin hit Trick with the championship belt and pinned him 1-2-3 to retain the title. Backstage, Sami Zayn talked to Nick Aldis, and he was kind of yelling at him. Then Kevin walks in after Sami names him. Kevin tells Aldis he still wants a shot in. He wants the title shot to be in Toronto on August 21st, so 2 weeks from now. That's going to be a big SmackDown. Punk against KO for the title. They go back and forth, and then Kevin tells Sami he doesn't want him to interfere, basically. Baron Corbin was interviewed by Kathy Kelly backstage. Then he was immediately attacked by Carmelo Hayes, who will challenge him next week for the title, and that match is going to be in Boston. So they stacked up the show next week, I think, in Boston, as well in 2 weeks in Toronto. So next couple of weeks, SmackDown's looking pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie. Ratings should be up and attendance should be up. If they keep putting up shows like this, they're gonna go up in the ratings and attendance because it's 3 big markets back to back to back: Philadelphia, Boston, Toronto. And then up next, we had Chelsea Green celebration. The ring mat was red, and then there's balloons, and they were tied to each ring post, 4 balloons. Chelsea got a nice pop as she walked out as new WWE Women's Champion. Rhea Ripley she had surgery this past week. I think she's out. So I guess they're basically just saying, they didn't even call Chelsea interim champion. Chelsea's the new champion, so they didn't have to say we're stripping Rhea because that could negatively affect Chelsea because she's a babyface. So Chelsea's champ now. And she thanks Tiffany Stratton, and there was also a bottle of champagne set up on a stand. Then Tiffany Stratton came out, and they were happy, but they were teasing that there might be a match between the two of them, but they're interrupted by Fatal Influence. Tiffany told JC, because JC challenged Tiffany for a Women's U.S. Championship next week, Tiffany says, okay, but you have to give both herself and Chelsea a shot at the women's tag team titles, and that would be defended by both Fallon Henley and Lainey Reed, who agreed to it. And we got an impromptu women's tag team championship match on the show. Fatal Influence, Lainey Reed, and Fallon Henley defending their titles against Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton. So all 4 of these women in this match are champions. It's almost like a winner-take-all match. It could be seen like that, but Chelsea and Tiffany didn't have to defend their belts. So the faces hit double dives to the outside, but then the referee didn't see when JC Jane hit Chelsea Green with the rolling encore on the outside. And then what happened after that was Lainey and Fallon hit the fatal flaw to Chelsea, and they pinned Chelsea Green. So right after winning the WWE Women's Championship, Chelsea Green is pinned on SmackDown. That's fucking stupid. Look, we all know if Rhea Ripley just won the title like she did at WrestleMania, there's no way in hell she's losing on the following SmackDown after winning the championship. But Chelsea Green's not going to be Rhea Ripley. I don't expect Chelsea to have the belt long. She shouldn't. What I think is going to happen here is I think JC's going to pin Tiffany Stratton to win the Women's United States Championship. I think Tiffany's going to go heel on Chelsea. Tiffany will then get the championship from Chelsea, and then you'll get Tiffany and the returning Rhea Ripley as the next big feud on SmackDown, which is a fresh matchup. I don't think we've seen that before. A heel Tiffany against a face Rhea will work. I think that's where we're going. Tiffany's going to get the belt from Chelsea after she drops the Women's U.S. belt to JC. So, backstage, Kathy Kelly interviewed Damian Priest. All I thought was, this guy fucking needs to turn heel in the worst way. The only guy who needs to go heel more than him is Cody Rhodes, but Cody's just a bigger star than Priest. For Priest, it's urgent. This guy needs to go heel. Like, come on. He's just not good as a babyface. He came into the main roster. I mean, he did well with Bad Bunny, but that was just because Bad Bunny was giving him the rub, and he got to be on teaming up with a big star. But after that, he was done for as a babyface, and he got into Judgment Day. He did really well as a heel for a couple years, and then he leaves Judgment Day, and he's like lost back into shuffle as a face. This is a guy that just needs to be a career heel. He cannot be a babyface, Damian Priest. It's Cody Rhodes' situation is different. He's a natural babyface, but he's just gone really stale that he needs to go heel before he can turn back. With Priest, it's like, this guy needs to be a heel. He can't be a face. He just doesn't work as a face. Anyways, there's some stupid stuff here. War Raiders wanted their title shot. Truth walked in, says there's a triple threat tag team title match next week. Feels like it's copy and paste. Priest is frustrated with Truth. Truth is doing comedy. I've seen the same shit for like 6 months. They have no new ideas. Again, it's like so recycled, rinse and repeat, whatever. They played a Brock Lesnar video package set to Disturbed's I Walk Alone. And of course, this is his retirement video package that they first aired after WrestleMania, but then he came back. Then they played it again because he's now officially retired, and added new footage from SummerSlam, and the crowd clapped afterwards. And then Randy Orton was out next. Before he could talk, Cody Rhodes came out. Randy quickly leaves the ring. Then Nick Aldis and security get in between them. Cody asked for an explanation. He demanded one. Randy called him a cocky, arrogant son of a bitch. And then Cody tells Randy he's like the last legend left. This was good. Not like the Punk and Owens, but this was all right. I just feel with Cody, I've seen him yell at the heel for... I've seen him... This is the same feud he's had for so long. He yells at the heel. He cuts a passionate promo after the fans are churning on him. He gets some of them back, but it's like, you just need to go heel, and like no one's gonna want to boo Randy. Like, why can't Cody Rhodes turn heel? I'm really frustrated about this, but I did think this was a good segment. Jade Cargill and the baddies were backstage when Kathy Kelly interviewed them. After the break, we got a Nikki Bella video package on why she attacked Paige. Like, I care. She says Paige failed them, and then she blamed Paige for Bree's injury. I don't want to watch Nikki Bella and Paige wrestle in the year 2026. I did not enjoy watching them wrestle in 2015. Like, fuck. They preview next week's show. Then we got a Shinsuke Nakamura video package. I'm surprised this guy's still employed. And then Charlotte Flair was out next. And then Jade Cargill came out, but not with the baddies. And we get the main event on SmackDown, a match that's been teased for the last 3 years. I thought we'd see this match at SummerSlam. I thought we might have seen it at WrestleMania this past year. They've been teasing this match for a long time. It's two alphas, Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill. Jade's much bigger than Charlotte, but like, it's two women who are tall, who like kind of had not similar body types. I mean, Jade is so much bigger than her, but you know, like they're built as two alphas. Like, we've been waiting to see the showdowns for so many years, but we're just getting it on a random edition of SmackDown when this really should have been like on a big pay-per-view, because it feels like it should be a big match. And when they first had them stare down 3 years ago, you assume this is going to be a big match. But it's on SmackDown, so Jade gets the heat for a while. Jade is so strong. I love how she just like ragdoll Charlotte. My favorite part of the whole match was Charlotte kind of did like the Trish Stratus move when she would do the head scissors and like with and pull you down with the Hurricanrana when you're on the top rope. But like, Jade just grabs Charlotte and picks her up and like gives her an awesome sit down powerbomb from the top rope. That was awesome. And it's impressive just seeing like someone just so like I know Jade, she's not a good wrestler, but like if they book her right in matches and like don't have her work like anyone else and play to her strengths, it's impressive because Charlotte's tall, and like it's just impressive seeing Jade just totally like throw her around and pick her up and stuff. So Charlotte eventually got the figure eight locked in Jade, but then the baddies interfere, Mishin and B-Fab. But then Alexa Bliss makes her return. Her arm is still in the brace, and she had Lily in her other hand. And then the lights went out, and then Tatum Paxley appears. Standing on the ring post, she dives to the outside, taking out both B-Fab and Mishin with a crossbody. And then back in the ring, Charlotte Flair hits a Sister Abigail DDT, followed by a top rope natural selection for the win. And she defeats Jade Cargill. After the match, Charlotte Flair celebrates with both Alexa Bliss, who's still holding Lily, and now the newly debuted Tatum Paxley to end the show. Cool moment for Tatum. I know she loves Alexa Bliss. It's her favorite, so I guess it probably means a lot to her to get to debut on the main roster with Alexa. I don't know what Alexa is doing. It almost seems like she's setting up Tatum for Charlotte because she's taking time off because her arm is still in the brace. So I'm not sure what's next for Alexa. But Tatum is on the main roster. They're going to be aligned, the three of them, in some capacity. And we'll see. I don't know where Jade goes. She's lost a lot now. Jade, I mean, she lost twice to Rhea, lost to Tiffany, lost to Charlotte. So she's been losing a lot of matches now. And they would protect her for a while. As for Charlotte, I guess, I don't know if she'll continue feuding with Jade. I don't know. But we'll see what's next. That was SmackDown tonight. Overall, I thought there was enough good. I liked the last segment with Alexa Bliss returning and Tatum Paxley debuting to end the show. I liked the Jade Charlotte match. That, and of course, the Punk Cody stuff was good. Some of the backstage segments were all right. And the highlight of the show to me was definitely the opening segment with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. So tonight, SmackDown Philadelphia, I thought was a very good show. And we'll see what's next. We're now on the opposite end of SummerSlam. We'll see what WWE has for us and the remaining, what they have for us for the rest of the summer. And I did think SmackDown tonight was actually a good show.